Buff Nation, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your weekend. We got some important visits coming into Boulder this weekend, and I wanted to highlight just a couple of them. We're going to talk about an offensive lineman, offensive tackle coming in here, as well as a linebacker coming in here to play possibly for Robert Livingston, and of course now Adalius Thomas. So y'all know what to do. Smash that like as I pull this up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and of course, consider subscribing on the way. Let's go ahead and get to it. First prospect that's visiting out here, somebody who has been currently crystal ball to South Carolina, offensive tackle out of Gaffney, South Carolina, class of 2025, Shedrick Sarratt Jr., 6'4", 300 pounds, okay, and has offers from everywhere. If we want to look at some of the offers that he's had, Purdue, South Carolina, right now considered warm, and you can see Arkansas, Colorado's on the list. I'm sure this will move to warm after this weekend, but you got Florida, Florida State, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Virginia Tech, a lot of big-time schools, NC State, Missouri, so a lot of SEC interest, and Colorado, which is wonderful to be in the running for a player like this. I'm sure Coach Loadholt is going to be excited to meet him this weekend, and yeah, I think moves very well. Reading the Gabe Brooks scouting report on him, projects to be a multi-year starter with traits to suggest NFL upside. Okay, big base, gets hip involved as a drive blocker, often overwhelms high school defenders with engagement strength. We saw it in just that quick clip above, capable of winning phone booth matchups even when combatant initiates contact. Okay, so I think, well, let me read this part here. Encouraging combine testing data relative to size. That's important as well. Also plays basketball. So athletic guy, absolutely. And I think he's somebody that athletic enough to play left tackle. He could transition over and play that right tackle spot that we have. That I think is going to be a wide open competition next year. We might have 3 or 4 guys vying for that starting right tackle position next year. And who's to say a true freshman, kind of like the likes of Jordan Seaton, can't compete for that. So nonetheless, provides great versatility on the line as well. If we were to deal with injury and he's on the team, can play that left and right tackle spot, I would assume. So out of South Carolina again, so I love the idea of targeting guys from this area of the country for the offensive line. Now, let's move on to another regional, rather a regional recruit. I would still consider this Buffs territory. These are areas that we really need to own as we continue to level up in college football. That is Nevada. If we can start getting the best prospects, not only from Colorado, Wyoming, Nevada, this would be phenomenal. Right now, crystal ball to Washington. This is linebacker Christian Thatcher, 6'2", 205 pounds. You'll see, has a lot of interest from a lot of the Western teams. Again, that's what happens. Regionality impacts a lot of this stuff, but Kansas, USC, Utah, Washington, Arizona State, Arizona, Cal, Kansas State, Iowa State, Missouri, Oregon, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas A&M, UCLA. So Big 10, SEC, Big 12, interest, okay? He would be a fantastic addition. I'm sure he's going to meet Adalius Thomas this weekend along with Coach Hart. But I would imagine that this would be a big-time player that we're bringing in. Of course, 4-star, but look at the size he already has, 6'2", 205 pounds, okay? Arborview, Las Vegas, Nevada. He's going to love living out here. Heat isn't nearly as bad, but you still get that dry climate like you do to an extent out in Las Vegas, but with some more greenery and some snow sprinkled in every now and then, which is really nice. But look at his junior year, 95 tackles, 5 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, 1 interception. Again, coming in, he'll probably be closer to 210, 215 pounds by the time he's done with his senior year. So I think he would add fantastic size, probably somebody that could finish his college career off as an upperclassman being similar to some of the guys that we've brought in. They're 230 pounds plus. And yes, we need to start recruiting some high-end athletes at the linebacker position. We brought in some really interesting transfers, but I think overall we want to get guys in the pipeline from the high school ranks that project as that elite athlete as well. So very exciting news. Again, credit to Coach Prime, Devin Rispris, everybody. Again, Adalius Thomas, Coach Hart, and Phil Loadholt getting these guys in here. So it's going to be interesting to keep an eye on, guys, the progress that is made. Hopefully we can get ourselves in the running with some of these recruits and maybe get a commitment as well as some crystal balls with these guys this summer. So y'all be sure to smash that like, leave a comment on the way out. Always appreciate it. I will be back again soon. And as always, y'all, go Buffs.